Maryland, home of the Maryland Terrapins. Fans have been eager for this clash coming up in what some affectionately refer to as the Snake Pit. We're really looking forward to this matchup. You've got a team that's made its way into the top 25, now trying to pass an all-important road test. As we'll see the number 18 team in the country, the Colorado State Rams, taking on a squad hoping to prevent another L this week, the Maryland Terrapins. For EA Sports College Football, Reese Davis with you alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Time to get this game started. The Rams will get us underway with the opening kickoff. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. Offense lining up for a first down play. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Fires to the wideout. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder.
He's going to throw deep right side. Oh, right through his hands. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And the Terrapins will punt it away on fourth down. 3 and out, and just like that, they'll have to give it up. The offense set for a first down play. They'll run it on the counter. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Listen, guys, this is one of the top 10 passing offenses in the entire country. Maybe they're trying to catch the defense napping by going goal line and running the football. Not a lot of success on that last play. Hey, bud, get back to doing what you do best. Throw the ball.
Ball in the air. Intercepted. Takes it the other way. Touchdown, Terrapins! The defense puts 6 on the board with a big-time interception return. That's one of those plays you put a highlighter beside. It can really swing a game.
100%. There's a couple plays a game where you go back and you look, you're like, man, that changed the whole outcome. What an unbelievable play by the defense, not just to get the turnover, to score the points off of it.
First down here for the offense. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Gets it out fast. No chance to run, but they still move it forward. Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A-game for this one. They've circled this one all off-season, so they better be ready to bring it today, Dave.
And the hardest thing to do in college football is to go on the road. Everything about it changes, and you want to shut this crowd up early. You don't want to give them belief, because if it starts to build throughout the game, look out.
Just shy of midfield at the 47. The defense needs a third down stop. From the gun, wants to pass. Dumps it to the back. And this is going to be incomplete on third.
Well, it's third and short. They're throwing for it. They just can't come up with that one. Setting up a big decision now for the head coach on fourth down.
This is an area of the field where it's really advantageous to just go for it. On fourth down, they'll throw for it. And it's going to be batted down. They'll turn it over on downs.
It's really early in the game right now, and it's fourth and short, fourth and medium, maybe I see going for it, certainly. But fourth and long, that's a situation I think you got to punt and just let the game play out. Trust your defense a little bit more.
And a good, solid pickup there before the defense knocks him down.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Looking to throw on second down. Incomplete. And he threw that one up for grabs and into traffic. Fortunate to get it back.
Oh, and on defense, you just got to be able to finish that play. That defender had the football in his hands. He's just got to catch it. That should have been an interception.
Ball just inside the 40 at the 39. It's third and short. Trying to get to it. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming.
Yeah, and third and short, they choose not to run, throw the football, and I think a lot of that has to do with they know they're in field goal range. They can take the 3 points on the board.
Throws to the wideout. Finds his man, and they convert. Turns out to be an easy conversion for this offense as they move the chains on fourth down. The Terrapins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Quarterback checking off. He's looking to throw it. They're trying to get to it. And the rush will get to him at the 25. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt. When you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home, and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and that's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Tackle is made right at the 20-yard line after a pickup of 4.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you could tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
On third and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's picked off. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they'll close in on him after a good return on the interception.
Rain, sleet, snow, sun shining. I don't care. I get interceptions. Give me that rock.
We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
Well, you hear about it all the time in football. Go for it. Be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And, Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He's looking for a man on second down. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
And that's your goal. Separate man from ball. Try to get your shoulder in there on the catch point and really give him something to think about. Physically jar that football and knock it out. Nice job by the defender.
Throwing right. And they can't make the connection on third down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win first and second down. You set up third and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody on the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force fourth downs.
Oh, how did you make that move? And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. For a productive play on first down. He wants to throw. Catch in the middle, it's Barnes. They get it down to the 35 before he stopped. 10-yard pickup on the play, and it's a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback keeper. They finally make the stop at the big run. He's plenty to move those sticks for the first down.
Well, if at first you don't succeed, try again, right? It's been really hard for this offense in this game to run the football, but they finally break off a big run there. That could...
And here's a fumble way behind the line. A defense scoops it up, and they're bringing it back. Oh, look out on the right. The 20. He's inside the 10. Touchdown, Colorado State. The defense takes matters into their own hands. This time it's the defense finding ways to put points on the board.
There is nothing better than being a defender. Seeing that ball in the end zone, your eyes get big as saucers. Go, jump on that puppy, secure it, get you a touchdown.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Unloads to the wideout. Picked off. He didn't get a lot on the return, but man, he set his offense up at the 30.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
He leaves it with his back. Drives ahead for 3 to the 27-yard line.
You know, I think a big part of this isn't necessarily scoring a touchdown on that play, but you're just trying to get your offensive line in the rhythm of the game. Let those big fellas get lathered up.
Hobbs it downfield. Got it! So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job on it.
He'll keep it himself. They'll make the stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that'll bring us to the end of the first quarter. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. Pushes for the goal line. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line. Goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
They'll try to cap off this drive with a field goal. And it's right down the boulevard. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. So they were able to put up a 3 spot on that last drive, and now the kickoff team out there as they prepare to put boot to leather. This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
Quarterback on the keeper. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, you do not see a lot of big men with the ability to run like that defensive end did right there. The offense trying to trick him, trying to get the quarterback to the perimeter of the field, but just big man chasing down little man and getting to him quickly. That was impressive.
That pass not close as he got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up 4th down. And the Terrapins will send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. There he goes. Open it up. The speed, the shiftiness, the elusiveness, all on display in that sweet return there. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. They had to settle for the chip shot field goal last time, Jesse. They'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here, Dan.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9.
He's tackled at the 9-yard line. It's third down.
3rd and long, and they can get the first down without scoring a touchdown. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he flew it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. Looks as if they'll send out the field goal unit. After making his first field goal, he'll try to put up another with a shorty from 26. Field goal is good. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut them down. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
The big pickup on 1st down leaves them with 2nd and 1. Pulls and throws off the RPO. At midfield, he's got room. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a 1st down.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
They'll throw it to the back on the screen. They make the stop, but a good pickup there on 1st down.
Well, a nice gainer on that running back screen. Now, how about the offensive line getting downfield and getting blocks to really help out the back, find some space to go to work? Here's a quick throw out to the left. Just what this offense was looking for. Sets him up at the 26 with the 1st down. And you see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Nice job by the defense. You got to dial into your keys. You got to make sure you're reading those guys up front. They did a good job. They saw it. They pulled the trigger. They knew the quarterback had it. They weren't fooled. Strung it out. Did a nice job of limiting the damage with that QB run.
This offense has a 2nd down play. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. Blast his way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24. You know, runs like this oftentimes are like a boxer in a boxing match. Obviously, it's not a knockout punch, but these are body blows. And as the game goes on, these small gains are going to turn into longer runs. They've got a ways to go on 3rd down from the 24 as this defense tries to force them into a field goal try. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. On 3rd down, he drops to throw. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. And after the interception and the turnover, this defense has set its offense up for business. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. He's going to pass. That's reeled in. It's Bell. Just finds that little crevice, and he's still up. And the tackle is made, but not before. That completion gets them 30-plus. Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game. Using his feet to buy time. And the throw out to the sideline, good for a few. And he'll make his way out of bounds after the solid pickup. This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. Moves away as he feels pressure. And he'll just get rid of that one. Like the job by the defense there in coverage. They took every option away from the quarterback. He was outside of the pocket, nowhere to go with it, so they forced the incompletion throw. A 3rd and long coming up here. They want to just keep throwing it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
Quarterback had no shot on that play. He had a defender bearing down on him, and he knew he was going to get hit. I think he should have just thrown that thing out of bounds. He's lucky that wasn't picked throwing into double coverage.
No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. Maryland has the ball back in the Terrapin offense ready to go. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
After the incompletion, it's 2nd and 10 from their own 25. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the air. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And watching this offense the past couple weeks, man, everything's hard. And they got to find a way to get some easier routes, some quicker throws, some higher percentage things because they're just not hitting at a high clip, and they got to find a way to make things easier and alleviate some pressure off their quarterback.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws to the tight end. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And this ball is going to be touchdown just shy of midfield. Colorado State takes over the Ram offense, returns to the field. After a punt on their last possession, they are set up in plus territory this time.
And honestly, it wouldn't have mattered if they scored a touchdown their last possession. You've got to be able to turn the page and see this as a brand new opportunity to go get points.
Yeah, and your defense has set you up for the position to get points right away. Now, let's get this offense back rolling again, create some momentum, just get a few first downs, and I'm in scoring position.
Dances away from the heat. And he will wisely throw it to the kid playing the tuba.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down. No harm, no foul.
And the rush will get to him at the 25. Just a great job defensively, making him go through his progressions, and he really didn't have time to do it.
And that's exactly what you do in zone coverage. You drop in your spots, you read the quarterback's eyes, make sure you take away that quick stuff, and a great job rushing the passer and getting the sack.
They've moved it to the 25, but now facing a 3rd and long. They'll run the screen. Defense was not fooled by that screen to the back, and they'll stop him short of the marker. It'll be 4th down. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. So here comes the field goal unit. They've been doing work today. They've already made a couple. So they put the field goal on the board and about to kick it away, and hoping that'll be the final points of this first half. Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
And back to the air on 2nd down. And it's picked off for the 4th time today.
Zone equals eyes. When I say that, DBs, linebackers, all covering the middle of the field. So many guys over the middle of the field trying to take away the easy stuff, but reading the quarterback's eyes the whole time. Whenever he breaks to throw that football and that hand separates from the ball, I'm breaking on it, and you could tell they had a beat on it. Nice cut, nice instincts. Give me that INT.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Making sure they have good balance, keeping it on the ground. That run epitomizes a veteran, savvy senior who knows how to find space. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Going up top on first down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it! Touchdown, Colorado State! No midseason concentration laps here in Week 7 as they push out that lead.
And I love this offense, man. Staying aggressive. Just because you got the lead, you know people can score points in bunches. This offense keeps the foot on the accelerator, scores again on the final play. Now this offense has even more of a cushion going into halftime.
And he made that extra point, the wet turf, no problem at all. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update. The kickoff team out there getting set. And the ball will make it into the end zone. No return on that one for a touchback. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
And I love working the slot receivers, and you see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in this matchup.
Trying to get behind the defense. Almost intercepted, and what a momentum swing that could have been, but they still force a fourth down. And the Rams line up to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Really explosive when he gets his hands on the ball, and he found a couple of crevices and made a nice game before being run out of bounds. Maryland has the ball back, and the Terrapin offense ready to go. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind you. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
First down for this offense. Looking to move it through the air. Throws for the tight end. Complete to the right. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play.
And look, defenses obviously have to play man coverage in different situations of the game, but you got to wonder if this defense wants to keep playing man after giving up that big play.
Unloads quickly. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that throw and catch. The Terrapins are in the hurry-up. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. They'd love to pick up this third down and get a fresh set with first and goal. Into the end zone. And it's caught. Touchdown, Maryland! I don't know exactly what the defensive coverage was, but it certainly wasn't part of the plan to leave him that wide open.
Well, I don't think they know what their defensive coverage was either. How do you leave that big guy open down here in the red zone? You know the quarterback loves the big tight ends in this area. Really poor job by the defense.
Into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. They're down just 8. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Fair catch called for and made. peek at this Rams offense. They still have the lead here, Jesse, but this would be a good time to put together a drive.
You're right, Reese. You can't rest easy right now.
He's going for it all. Incomplete, and very lucky that one wasn't picked off. And, man, could they have used that? It'll be second down.
Oh, that hit him in a bad spot, right in the hands. Great play. You still get a pass breakup, but, man, that could have been an interception by the defender there. Nice break on the football, but secure that big fella and get the 6. Get the pick 6.
And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
And so many things have to come together perfectly for a screen to work for big yardage. And they were close. You could tell that almost busted, but they just got wrapped up, got a little bit of yardage, but they really wanted that one to be a big gainer.
On third and long, trying to have a big completion here. And they got him. He'll get him down for the sack. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
He couldn't find much running room there. Didn't get a lot of blocking, and he'll step out of bounds. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. That last drive really productive. David wound up with a touchdown. They'll try to do it again.
Yeah, so I don't expect this offense to change too much, Reese. They had a great drive. They got the touchdown. Everything working. I would expect them to keep pushing this ball downhill.
And just imagine if they could put another touchdown on the board right here. They could capture so much momentum in this game with back-to-back TDs.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Firing to the right, complete. They make the stop, but the sweet throwing catch is plenty to give them a first down.
Well, it's a nice play design there. You're getting the running back involved in the pass game. Quarterback gives it to him early so he can go to work upfield and get the first down.
It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. One back in the backfield, and they'll give it to him. Tackled at the 31. They'll give him 6 on the play.
See, they need more runs like that. It's been so few and far between. Defensively, they've been in position. They've been winning their one-on-one battles, getting off of blocks and rallying to the ball carrier. This defense has done a nice job slowing down the run game thus far.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Looking to throw on third. He makes the connection. And the Terrapins brought to the ground, but not before picking up the first. We asked earlier this week, who's your favorite receiver? And, of course, he said the open one. But we know who he really wants to go to on third down.
The best one. I mean, I think the open one, obviously the politically correct answer, but you want to find the guy that you got that great chemistry with. You know exactly where he's going to be. You got that bond and that trust.
The Terrapins look to do some damage in the red zone. On second down, just keeps firing. Fires to the right. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds. A manageable distance on third down as they try to convert from the 20. Back to the air one more time. Caught near the sticks. It's Barnes. And he earns a first down, and boy, did he earn it after taking that lift.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on third down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided.
Touchdown, Terrapins! Made the snag and strolled his way into the end zone.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Looking to buy time. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
23, Maryland, 21.
He'll call for the fair catch here. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. After giving up that last touchdown, they still got the lead, but now feeling a little bit of pressure to answer with one of their own, David.
And it gets a little bit tight. Listen, we're getting later in the ball game. This offense punted last time. They got to find a few plays, Palmer, that they really love here to steal some momentum back in this ball game.
They do, David, and after watching their defense just get gashed down the field that last drive, the dream drive for this offense would be to matriculate the ball down the field, eat up some clock, and finish it off with a touchdown.
At the 45 on his way. There he goes to the right. He's at the 10. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, Colorado State. Ready to try the point after. The extra point is good, and they have a 9-point lead. What a display of explosive capabilities on that drive. 75 yards, 2 plays, and a touchdown.
21.
From inside the 10, here he comes. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Maryland has the ball back and the Terrapin offense ready to go. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack.
How about this defense? This defense is getting after the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable. The 3rd sack of the day. Hard to have a good passing attack when your quarterback's trying to throw from his back.
Got room at the 35. Can anyone catch him? He was oh so close to wrapping up this 3rd quarter with a score. What a play to finish off the period.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Colorado State 30, Maryland 21.
First down to start the drive after the break. Quarterback will audible. They'll throw it on first down. Starting to feel a little pressure. Unleashes one. On target to the left. And he'll pick up the first down, but he got drilled on that tackle.
Well, down 2 possessions. Good news is you get the completion. Bad news, though, did not get out of bounds. You know right now, saving the clock. That is at a premium for this offense.
Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Man, this guy's going to need some water when he gets to the sidelines. They've been putting him to work on this drive, right? We've seen him toting the rock with success. Now you're seeing him get involved in the passing game, too. They are highlighting his versatility here on this drive.
Tell you what, that was a lightning-fast decision. You could tell he knew what he wanted to do right away. Makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good, and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Maryland! They got the score they needed, but this isn't over.
No, don't call it a comeback yet. The first part, step 1 accomplished, but this offense obviously still has work to do, but the defense has to go out and get a stop and get him the ball back.
They're going to run it. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Maryland 27.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. We will see what this Colorado State offense can get done this time. They'll try the run. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
Did a great job on the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. Linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
On second down, wants to throw. It's complete to the right. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
I want to get my running backs the ball in space as much as possible, and sometimes it doesn't work in the running game, but I can throw it to them. I can try to create some space out.
And it's picked off. That's the turnover they desperately needed. Touchdown, Terrapins! What a great play by the defense and paying it off with the interception return.
How about that play by this defense? The offense trying to salt the game away with the lead. Defense makes the biggest play in the ball game, getting the pick, finding the end zone, and taking the lead late in this ball game.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick six, and that defense will come out feeling it. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Guys, we'll have another peek at this Rams offense. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake.
Afterburners coming. The 40. He's at the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown Rams. They've got the lead here in the 4th.
Man, I love this offense, being able to run the football late in the game when it matters and punch it in for the touchdown, and more importantly, take the lead.
Needs this one to push the lead to a field goal. And he knocks it through, and the lead is a field goal here in the 4th quarter. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Boys, if it's happening in college football, we've got eyes on it. Check this out. Ohio State is just getting blown off the field right now in Columbus, and at this rate, I'm not sure it won't get worse. They're trailing by 14 to Iowa. We'll circle back. If anything big happens, you should know about it.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They'll start this drive with a pass. It's complete to the left.
Well, it's a nice job by the defender. They're closing the gap with the wide receiver. They're going to complete the hitch pass, but he's able to run right up on him and get him to the ground for a minimal gain.
Line getting set on 2nd down. Quarterback checking the play. On 2nd down, he'll let it fly. Scrambling away. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Lived to fight another down.
Shotgun snap, wants to throw it on 3rd. Quarterback extends the play. And it'll be incomplete. He got on the move trying to make something happen, but just couldn't find a man.
Normally, I would say 4th and short on your own side of the field, you punt the ball away, but we're in the 4th quarter, and they need to keep this drive going to win. I say go for it.
He'll try to throw and pick up the 1st down. Fires to the big fella. And the Terrapins get the 1st down.
Well, that is a play that we're going to circle. If this team is able to fight their way back and win this game, that one was huge. 4th down, picking up the 1st, getting some momentum and keeping this drive alive.
They'll run it from the gun. Pretty good effort on that one to work his way up to the 42.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on 1st down, man, you are doing just that.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Fires left. Oh, so close to paying off. The tip really had it in his hands, but it falls incomplete.
And this offense has got to find a way to get some gimmies, some layups, some screens. They need some yak, some yards after the catch. They got to find some guys that can make some plays for this offense because it's just boom or bust. There's not a lot of consistency. They got to put some first downs together, put some drives together, be more consistent.
Grab near the marker. It's Barnes. And he's brought to the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. The Terrapins moving quickly to the line. Trying to find his man on first down. Finds his man. It's Barnes. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play. They've put this ball on lockdown. 8th play of the drive coming up. Touch pass on the run. A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They'll try to pick up a few here on third down, but from here it would be a 60-yard attempt. He'll just keep slinging it. Throws to the back. And they'll miss the connection here on third down.
Well, if that last incompletion's any indicator, it's going to be hard to convert this 4th and short coming up. You're trailing late in the game. You've got to come up with a big completion, but where are you going to go? Where's your best matchup here on this next critical down?
And here we go, down to score. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Grabbed in the middle. It's late. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
It's caught. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. And the Terrapins with the 1st and 10. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. They're working that left side. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup.
Defense comes up with a really big stop there. That's nice. They don't give up the first down, so the clock keeps working, but they're on their own end of the field. They know this offense is going to start taking shots into the end zone. They better have some guys ready on the back end, ready to swat some balls away and make some plays.
He makes a grab. Touchdown, Maryland! And with that, they move out front here in the 4th.
What a great job by this offense. And listen, I judge offenses by what they do in the clutch. In those big moments and right before the half, in the 4th quarter, late in the game, just like right here. You need a score. You got to go take the lead. They do everything they can. Now, defense, you're up. I need you to get me a stop.
He'll start the return inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Colorado State takes over the Ram. Offense returns to the field. There's plenty of time to work with here, but they have to be highly efficient in their attack, Jesse.
So it comes down to the quarterback position too, Reese. Don't let the moment get too big. Play within yourself, David, because this guy's practiced the situation before.
No doubt. Use the sidelines. They're your friend. I don't have to take deep shots, throw beyond the first down marker so I can stop that clock for a little bit and possibly use my...
Going to throw it over the top of the D. Catch and stride inside the 15. They bring him down, but he's got a 1st and goal from the 10. Timeout called here by the defense. It's their 1st of the half. So now the opportunity with a touchdown to take the lead. To the air on first down. And he got a hand on it to knock it down in the end zone.
Man, what a play by the defender. Thrown into the end zone, he swats it away. When a game's this close, this late, that's a play when we look back on this one that maybe helps win the game for this team.
Right back up top on 2nd and 10. Touchdown, Colorado State. And they've got the lead in the final minute.
Colorado State
Really good execution by this offense late in the game, under a minute, score to take the lead. It's what you draw up, it's what you dream about. But now, my defense has to go on the field and get me one more stop.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. Here comes the Maryland offense back onto the field. And they only need a field goal, and they have to manage the time wisely here.
Yeah, I think you want to manage the clock, Reese. Be smart with your timeout situation. Know where to attack, Jesse, on the field right now.
Yeah, generally you want to attack with your best player. So get them in.
Gets away from one, finds room. Oh, and he ruins the big gator with a fumble. And he gets the fumble back, but that clock is still an enemy. The offense takes a timeout with 30 seconds left. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. Movement on the offensive line. That's going to be a false start, and they'll walk it back. Here comes the offense on 1st down. They'll go to the air. Pocket starts to collapse. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You've got to be impressed by what you've seen from this defensive line in the game, because they're getting to the quarterback, they're getting sacks, and when they can't get there, they're putting their arms up and they're batting balls down. So impressive watching this D-line go to work.
Got the back over the middle. Jumped on top of the pile. Timeout called by the offense. Clock stopped with 21 seconds left.
Yeah, and you see running backs in today's football, they play a wide receiver basically for you, but you got to find a guy that you can throw it to, and you know he's going to catch the ball consistently.
They'll try to pick up a few here on 3rd down, but from here it would be a 60-yard attempt. Looking to throw for it. Caught close to the marker. It's Barnes. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. Quick snap and a spike to stop the clock. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. He's looking to throw. Time to take a shot. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Well, you know the defense felt freaked out on that one. You're in the 4th quarter, and you're lined up against one of the fastest players in all of college football, and they're taking a shot up top. You just hold on tight and hope for the best, and that time they were able to force an incompletion.
They were on the move, but 2 straight incompletions have them staring at 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 kicks remaining on the clock. So on 4th down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot. Timeout is called with just 2 seconds left to go. A huge pressurized kick coming right now as this game hangs in the balance. And with 2 seconds left, their last chance to send it to overtime. It'll be short. That one would have taken some tremendous leg strength. It came down to the final quarter. Clutch plays, guys delivered, and they get the close win.
Yeah, Reese, big-time players make big plays in big games, and that's what happened in this circumstance. As a coaching staff, David, you love this. You know that you have confidence in your guys to go out and be able to execute when it matters the most.
Correct, and you don't know until the